Let's give our time to Elder Andy.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Morning. Morning. Well, thank you guys for being here today. I know this is the Labor Day long weekend, and a lot of people are out, but you guys are here, so okay. Yeah. So last week, Nathan and I were joking that maybe I'll be just preaching to him one-on-one, but thank you guys for being here. Okay. All right. Today, we're going to talk about a verse that is, I think, is one of the most powerful verses in the Bible, and it is really an honor for me to speak about this verse. Before we start, if anybody needs a Bible, please raise your hand. We'll get the Bible to you. We're going to preach about Matthew chapter 13, verse 44 to 46. Okay, anybody needs a Bible, go ahead and raise your hand. The ushers, please prepare a Bible. Okay, so today's topic is called, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Now, this is a question that 学青他们每次在 icebreaker 我不知道为什么他们很喜欢问这个问题，也许只是热血吧 ，I don't know。所以每次我去学青，他们每次都喜欢问这个问题，就是说，如果呢你今天 your last day on earth，OK，、然后呢 you can only choose one restaurant to go. Now, which restaurant would you choose? I don't know why they want to ask this question, but it's a very common question. Okay, anybody want to shout out their favorite restaurant where you would go? Nobody? Justin. Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue. Okay, all right. So this is my choice. Bacchanal's Buffet. Okay, this is in Las Vegas, Caesar's Palace. Okay, so first of all, why would I choose a buffet? Okay, well, you know, just by going to the buffet, you can see 你现在已经剩下最后一餐了嘛，对不对？你当然要从 appetizer 一直吃到 dessert， 来，你就是走一圈你就很高兴了 ，OK？ You see so many different appetizers, and you can not only have prime rib, you have 5 different kind of steak. You got like crab leg and oysters, and then at the end, you don't want just get ice cream. You get mochi ice cream. That's awesome, So, then you ask, okay, is it worth it for you to drive 2-3 hours to Las Vegas, and then you stand in line for 1.5 hours, and then you have to pay $50 per person in order to eat this buffet? How many people would think it's worth it? Okay, for those of you who went, I'm sure you think it's worth it, okay? To me, it's worth every penny I spent. All right, let's pray together. We're going to start our message. Dear Lord, I want to come before you and want to ask for your presence to be among us today, and ask for your words to come into our hearts, and ask that you can help us to really understand in our hearts what your love is for us, and how we are to give our life back to you, Lord. Thank you, and pray this in Jesus' name. Okay, let's look at Matthew chapter 13, verse 44 to 46. I'm going to read in English one time, and then we'll read in Chinese. The kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field. When a man found it, he hid it again, and then in his joy went and sold all he had and bought that field. Verse 45. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant looking for fine pearls. When he found one of great value, he went away and sold everything he had and bought it. 我们来读中文。40节，天国好像宝贝藏在地里，人遇见了就把它藏起来，欢欢喜喜的变卖一切所有的，买这块地。45节，天国又好像买卖人寻找好珠子，遇见一颗重价的珠子，就去变卖他一切所有的，买了这颗珠子。So this is a parable. Okay, there are actually 2 parables that Jesus is talking today, and both of parables are talking about kingdom of heaven, and it's talking about similar things. First of all, the kingdom of heaven, this topic is really big and broad, and we have been talking about kingdom of heaven in 1.5 for the last quarter, and actually pretty much the whole year we're talking about the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is so much that, in Matthew chapter 13, Jesus had to use 7 different parables trying to describe what the kingdom of heaven is. 就好像你是一个瞎子，你在摸象，你知道吗？有些人摸到瞎子的脚，有些人摸到瞎子对，有些人摸到象，摸到象的象的瞎子摸到自己的鼻子 ，OK， 那个瞎子摸到那个象的鼻子，有些人摸到象的尾巴，you have to touch every single part of 这个大象，你才知道说 ，OK， 这个大象是长什么样子。所以有时候很难，耶稣用一个比喻来跟你完全解释什么是 Kingdom of Heaven。所以耶稣需要很多不同的比喻来进行解释 Kingdom of Heaven。那你必须要了解一件事情，就是这个 parable is not equivalent to a biblical principle. Okay, it's not equivalent to a biblical law. It's not equivalent to a biblical law. 所以说一个parable 里面它都有一个 key idea in each parable. Okay, and so we just focus on the key idea of each parable. Okay, so for example, you can look at all the 7 different parables, and it talks about different scenes. But today we're going to talk about the hidden treasure and the pearl, and both of these are actually talking about the value of kingdom of heaven. Okay, so it's not about whether you are able to buy the kingdom of heaven or not. It is actually just talking about the value of kingdom of heaven. Now, you might ask why Jesus likes to talk in parables. Okay, parables is like 一个比喻，就是一个 story 嘛。耶稣很喜欢讲一个故事啊，然后在故事里面让人家去了解。那为什么耶稣喜欢讲故事？因为 for those of people who don't understand, they don't want to understand. They will not understand what Jesus is talking about. But for those people who really want to understand, they will actually understand more than what they previously understood. 所以在这个经文里面，第13章34到35节那边说，这都是耶稣用比喻对众人说的话。若不是用比喻，就不对他们说什么。这是要应验先知的话，说我要开口用比喻，把创世以前所隐秘的事发明出来。Basically, Jesus is saying that all the hidden things from the creation of the earth, I'm going to talk about all the hidden things. Now, what is hidden? Well, let's look at this verse again. Today we're going to talk about 3 different simple things. Okay. First of all, what you're looking for. The second thing is what is the value, and number 3 is whether it's worth it or not. So, what are you looking for? This might be a very simple question to you. For example, 如果今天我们结束之后，我们10个人要出去吃饭 ，OK？ 那我们要找什么？我们必须要找一个餐厅，you can seat 10 people, right? And you have to find a restaurant that's not too expensive and it's close by, and you don't have to wait for 2-3 hours, right? 所以 it might be something very simple like that. 但是 actually this is a very hard question for certain things. For example, 我现在是 in charge of church, the searching committee in terms of searching for church's future building. It is very complicated what we exactly we're looking for. That is, we spend more than a year discussing about what exactly we're looking for. 所以到底我们是要建堂，要移到别的地方，还是我们要买一个小的，还是我们要怎么样 expand， 或是我们要做 mega church， 或是我们要做直堂 ？It's a lot to discuss. But a lot of times people don't understand what they are looking for. But if you don't understand what you're looking for, you will not find what you're looking for. Okay? Now, let's read this verse again. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field. 你觉得有没有可能，他今天有一个人就走，Oh, I found the treasure right there. Is it possible? Impossible, right? I mean, 怎么有可能走路就走到就撞到这个 treasure？The treasure is hidden. Okay, you have to have some kind of treasure map in order to find this treasure. Now, one of my favorite movies is the National Treasure. How many of you have seen this one? Okay. It's a very good movie. I mean, basically, Nicolas Cage he has to actually steal the Declaration of Independence just to be part of the treasure map, and then he has to find another clue after another clue after another clue in order to finally find the national treasure, right? So as you can see, it is very difficult for you to find treasure. And especially this treasure is hidden in the field. Now, what are you looking for exactly? That is the question that I think all of us should think about today. Now, the thing is, if you go out on the street, okay, 你今天你去外面，你去跟路人甲，你就问他说 what exactly are you looking for in life? What are you looking for in life? I can guarantee you probably 50% of the people will not be able to answer your question. Okay. Now ask yourself, what are you looking for in life? Is it wealth? Is it happiness? Is it relationship? Is it love? Is it success? Is it honor? Or is it so-called the American dream? What exactly are you looking for? Now, if you don't know what exactly you are looking for, you are never going to find it. Okay, it sounds very simple, but it's actually very true. Because a lot of people in life spend their life energy trying to look for something. For example, let's talk about wealth. 你说我的 career goal 就是我今天我赚到有10个房子，20个车子 ，OK？ 等我到10个房子、20个车子的时候 ，I'll be set, I'll be happy forever. Really? If you get there, then you come and tell me whether you're happy or not, right? So whatever you set your eye on and whatever your goal is, and you try to pursue that. By the end, when you found it, whether it's worth it or not, you have to really think about it. So very think twice before you answer this question. What are you looking for in life? Now today we are talking about the kingdom of heaven. Okay, the kingdom of heaven. So exactly what is the kingdom of heaven? What exactly is the kingdom of heaven? Now the thing about kingdom of heaven is not so much about heaven. It's more about kingdom. More about kingdom. What does kingdom mean? Kingdom means that there is a God, there's a king that is sitting in the middle of the throne. And you let God be the king of your life. And that is what the kingdom of heaven is. Now, so you're going to ask me, why is this so attractive? Why is this so valuable that this verse is talking about a kingdom of heaven, like I have to sell everything in order to get this? Well, let's talk about the value. So what is the value of kingdom of heaven? Now before this, we're going to talk about value versus price. Okay, so anybody has any idea what is value and what is price? What are the differences? Like Mac.
Value 就是这个东西实际的价值 ，price 就是能给他的一个愿意换的数字。
一个数字 ，Yeah, that's good, that's good. Well, price, 就像是一个industrial standard, right? 就是比如说这个东西，10几块，好，我觉得它只有10块 ，OK， 是不是啊？OK， 10块 ，OK， 这个东西10块 ，OK， 那它的价值，因为 industrial standard 来讲，这个东西应该10块。如果今天我这个东西卖了50块，你会不会去买？虽然它看起来是金色的，比如说是金色，但是它卖50块，你会买？也许不会买，除非你非常喜欢金色，来。那所以每一个东西有它的那个价值，在于说它的那个 price 到底是多少。但是 value is different， value 是一个something that you cannot put a number on it. Okay, sometimes. Okay, value 在这个Webster Dictionary 那边讲 ，it's a fair return or equivalent in goods, services, or money for something exchanged. 那另外的 definition 它是说 relative worth, utility, or importance. 所以意思就是说 value is something that sometimes you cannot put a price tag on the value. Okay, it's something that is beyond price. Okay, beyond price. 那为什么要讲这个？因为 there are things in life there are prices. Okay, there are certain things in life as prices. Anybody knows what this is? Nobody has any idea? It's priceless. Very valuable. Nobody knows what it is.
Hair.
Huh?
Hair.
No. Okay, so if you look at movies, okay, the Chinese movies， 他们每一次在演这武侠片，他们都在找什么？都在找一个药嘛，长生不老的药，right？ 或是一个人生病很严重，他们都要找一个药，right？ 然后 everything they are looking for something that is priced so valuable that you cannot buy, so they have to kill each other to get that, right？ 那在 American superhero movies, what are they looking for? Some kind of element. They keep looking for a stone. Right？ 你们多少人看过 American superhero movies？ 有看过吗 ？Right？ What are they looking for？ 每一个 episode 都一样，他们 what are they looking for？ They're looking for a stone, right? Okay. So anybody knows what is that stone? Huh? Cataract. That's right. Cataract. Okay, this piece of stone is so important in the universe that all the Avengers had to gather together to fight against the enemy in order to get this stone, okay? To protect this stone. 你好像很不屑样，你是没看过的。一样很多，哎，这个 stone 很厉害 ，OK? Alright. So there are certain things in life that is really, really valuable that people would fight for in order to get these priceless things. Okay, so let me ask you a question. What is considered priceless to you? What is considered priceless to you? What is the value of kingdom of heaven? So I'm going to ask you some questions and you just think about it, okay? What is the value for eternity? What is the value for having maximum joy? What is the value for finding a purpose in life? What is the value for living a more abundant life? What is the value of those? 在约翰福音第10章第10节，耶稣说：“盗贼来，无非要偷窃、杀害、毁坏。我来是要叫羊或人得生命，并且得的更丰盛。” Jesus is saying that if you want to have a more abundant life, then you come to me. And this is something that is so priceless, this is something that is so valuable, that your life will be full. So the price tag for the kingdom of heaven, actually there is no price tag, there is only value. Okay? The value of kingdom of heaven is in these verses. 他说，一个人看到这个宝贝，就卖掉一切所有的，去买这块地。在下一节他说，一个人想要找很好的珍珠，当他找到这个他喜欢的很好的珍珠的时候，他就卖掉一切所有的，为的是要买这块珍珠。你知道，对我们 American Christians 来讲，其实 sometimes it is hard for us to understand what this verse means. I think most of us don't understand or cannot even think about what this verse actually means to me. I mean, I've been a Christian for, I don't know, close to 30 years. Now, this verse, have I ever personally experienced this? Most of us don't. Most of us don't know what it means to sell everything they have in order to receive or in order to gain this kingdom. 你知道在那个圣经里面，就是保罗，他本来是迫害耶稣的人，he was somebody who was persecuting the Christians. When he finally met Jesus, he was able to put everything away. And this is the word that he said. 他说：“只是我先前以为有损的，现在我因耶稣都当作；只是我先前以为与我有益的，我现在因基督都当作有损的。不但如此，我也将万事当作有损的，因为我已认识我主基督耶稣为至宝。我为他已经丢弃万事，看作粪土，为要得着基督。” What does it mean for you to basically give up everything in order to gain Christ? Anybody knows what ISIS stands for?
Islamic State of Syria and Iraq.
Iraq and Syria, that's right. Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Okay. Basically, they are a terrorist group. Okay， 你们如果在看新闻的话，you have seen a lot of footages and they are beheading people and it's really horrible. 他们这个组织呢，我那天我在听 radio，I heard a pastor that is living in that area and he was talking about this ISIS group. So he said the ISIS group, they look at Christians, they look at it in two different ways. Okay, one kind of Christian they see are the traditional Christians. These are the people that 就是他们是一个 grew up in a small village and they are all Christians. Okay, so they grew up in a Christian family. Okay, 所以 for ISIS 如果他们找到这个 Christian family 这种人 ，okay, what they do is they persecute them, they threaten them, they take their sins away and they beat them and try to convert them into Islam. Okay, so that's what they will do. Now the second thing that they see about, the second kind of people they see in Christians is they see the people who were Islam before and they convert into a Christian. And for those people, they only give them two choices. One is you come back to be part of Islam, or two, I'll kill you right here. Those are the only two choices they give them. So for us to think about it, it's like, wow, how is it possible that you can still believe in Jesus Christ? When people put a gun in your head, how are you able to still believe in Jesus Christ? I mean, this is not, I'm not talking about fairy tale. I mean, this is going on every single day in Iraq and Syria. Okay? I have a patient that just came back from Israel. And he said right now there is actually a terrorist group that is even more dangerous than ISIS. They will actually take a parent's child and put a gun in the child's head and ask the parent, are you going to convert into Islam or not? If not, I'm going to kill your child right now. So, you know, for our brothers and sisters, you know, in the Middle East, you cannot imagine what they're going through every day for the kingdom. Because this verse is so real to them. Why they think this Christianity, this Christ is so valuable that they are willing to give up their life, everything they have in order to gain this. 这个是我去 Nepal 的时候照的照片。This is my brother. His name is Pastor James. He is currently in charge of the Baptist churches in Nepal. He has probably 100 churches that he's in charge of. Now, when he was young, when he first became a Christian, you know, 当 Nepal 那边的人呢， they are proud of being the birthplace for Buddha. Okay, 所以你一走出去在 airport， 第一个很大 sign 就是 Nepal the birthplace of Buddha， 然后全部人就有 feel, oh, we're so proud of being the birthplace of Buddha. So, for anybody to become a Christian, it's bad. Okay, it's bad. So basically, they would persecute them. Okay, so this guy, when he was young, he became a Christian. So he was kicked out of his family. Okay, he was kicked out of his family, and basically he was living on the streets, just a homeless guy. Okay, now he was living in the street, you know, asking for money and trying to survive. While he is doing that, he was picked up by a missionary. Okay, 那个 missionary 就教他怎么样讲英文，然后之后就是教他怎么样读 Bible, and then there on he became a pastor. And this is a common story in Nepal when I went there, and I can see, wow, these Christians are really hardcore Christians. You know, that's why I said, you know, sometimes for us in America, it's really hard for us to imagine what it's like to give everything in order to gain the kingdom. Now, the third thing is it worth it? If the kingdom of heaven is so valuable to some people, and we know it's so valuable, but whether is it worth it? In this verse, again, we read this, the kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field. When the man found it, he hid it again, and then in his joy sold all he had and bought that field. 他欢欢喜喜地表示 he thinks this is so much more valuable than what he's about to give up. 你可能觉得说这个人真的是很白痴 ，OK？ 你就明明好不容易找到这一个 treasure 了，你就把它拿起来拿回家就好了嘛？谁要去买那块地啊 ，right？ It makes no sense. 但是你知道 in that time, that's considered stealing. You cannot steal something out of the land when the land belongs to somebody. So in order for you to actually keep that treasure, you have to hit it again, and then you go and buy the land, and then that treasure belongs to you. Right? It makes sense, right? 今天如果你来我家，然后你说，哎，这个钻石很漂亮，我就把它拿走，那你这样不是偷人家东西吗？ Right? So it's the same idea. You cannot just take a treasure out of the land and then take it away. So you have to hit it and then buy the whole field in order to get this thing. Now, what is the price for that land? The price of that land maybe 大概1万 or something. Let's say 1万好了，这个 land 1万。那这个人也许他只有1万。但是呢，他愿意花1万块去买这一块地，因为他知道他那个地里面藏的这个 treasure 有1000万，所以即使我用1万去买这一块地，我去拿这个1000万也是很便宜的 ，right? That's why he's saying it's so worth it. He's so happy that he found this treasure. He's willing to sell everything he had in order to buy this because he will actually gain the treasure. So is it worth it? Now we're going to do a quiz. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to show you some paintings, okay? And then you're going to tell me, first of all, you got to guess the name right. Okay, so guess the name right, and then we have to guess the price. Okay? 好，我们现在是左边 versus 右边 ，OK？ 好，有没有人要来 guess 这个 painting 的名字是什么 ？It's 3 words, very simple. Just look at it. Just look at it. And just guess 3 words that describe that painting. Anybody? They playing cards. Oh, you got cards right. Playing is almost right.
The car player.
The car players. Oh, wow, man. Stephen is awesome today. All right. Good job, Stephen. Okay, so the car player is done by Paul Cézanne, and it was in 1892. This is currently the most expensive painting that's sold. Okay. Anybody want to take a guess at how much it is cost? Anybody? 他这边1分了哦，你这边有没有 Nobody want to take a guess? Come on, Nathan. 3.5 million? Okay, 好。6 million? Anybody else?
2 million.
2 million? Okay. So the highest right now is 6 million, right? Okay. This thing is worth 250 million. Is it worth it? For some people, it's worth it. Okay, this one. Okay, you have to guess the name, okay? It's very simple, 3 words. Just look at it, okay? 3 words. Come on, this is very simple, just look at it. What's 3 words? Okay, Tom?
The orange rectangles.
Okay, you got 1 word right.
Which one is right?
Okay. Anybody? No. Man, this is one of the most famous paintings in the world, okay? Okay, nobody can guess. This is called orange, yellow, orange. Okay, I don't see where the yellow is. Really, I can't. Alright, but it's supposed to be very self-explanatory. Okay, so this painting was done by Mark Roscoe in 1961. How much people want to guess how much it sold for? 35 million? Okay. 500 million? 有点太多了一点。我已经跟你讲之前，那个已经是最贵了，不可能比那更贵。Huh? 50 million. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, close enough. Okay, it's 87 million. 87 million. Orange, yellow, orange. Okay, what is this? Okay, 1 word. Okay, you cannot guess this right. This is really simple. Just 1 word. Steven, huh?
Flag.
Flag. Okay, Stephen got another point. Wow, Stephen is having a Okay, flag. Okay. The painter is called Jasper Johns. Okay, it was painted in 1958. How many of you want to guess what it's sold for? This flag.
1958.
1958. 65? 8 million? 70? So we got 65, 70. Okay, sold to John. It's actually 110 million, okay? Okay, what is this one? Only one word. Huh? Huh? Pass, close. Pass is close.
Hard.
Huh? Trail? Close. Road. Okay, they got a point. Okay. How much is this worth? You gotta be kidding me, Angel. How much is this worth? Huh? 110 million? Anybody else?
500.
500 million? Okay, 500 million sold to Thomas. That's my painting right there. Okay, I'll give you a 10% discount if you pay in cash today. Okay. So, that's fine. Okay. All right. So whether something is worth it or not, it depends on whether you like it, right? Depends on what other people think about the value, and also what you think about the value. Why would people pay so much money, $500 million for my painting? I don't know. But Thomas obviously thinks it's very valuable. Okay. All right. When you compare something that of value, you have to think about what you have to give, and then what you actually gain. Okay, what you give and what you actually gain. So, for example, if you give your money to God, for example, you tithe, you give your money to missionary fields, you give money to a poor or a church building fund, that's what you give. Now, what you get is that you see lives change, you feel that you make a difference in the world, you leave a legacy, and you receive more blessing from God, and you receive reward in heaven. That's what you get. 在马太福音第6章第19节那边说，Do not store up for yourself treasures on earth, where moth and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where moth and vermin do not destroy, and where the thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. This is Danny. How many of you know Danny? You should know Danny. He is in our congregation. Okay. So he's a good friend of mine. We go to missionary trips together a lot. Today we're going to ask Danny to share, but he happens to be in Haiti right now doing missionary work. So we're going to watch a video from Danny. Okay. All right, Alex.
1.5代的弟兄姐妹们平安，我是 Dr. Danny。当你们看到这个 video 的时候，我人已在黑底里面的一个小镇叫马泰，有一个Catholic compound 服务350个孤儿。因为我不在 Irvine， 所以 Elder Andy 建议我用 selfie 自拍，就是这个 interview 分享我过去几年来医疗的诊的这个经验，感觉上有点像杜教授萨拉梅哈桑斯尼达，在年轻的时候努力念书，为的是未来可以找到好的工作，能够发财，能够成功。同样的，身为一个基督徒，一直有这个心要侍奉我们的神，把他的福音传给周围的人。12岁的时候进入 dental school， 那个时候教会来了一位宣教士，也在那时候接受了神的呼召，一直在我28岁的时候出来奉献自己，因为 professional 来出去做医疗短宣或长宣，成为一个医疗宣教医师。8岁到那个时候毕业，出来工作打拼，神那个时候完全没有写任何机会给我。30岁结婚，也是没有看到任何机会。32岁我开了诊所，那个时候工作繁忙，为了打拼这个新的诊所的业绩。 35岁3个小朋友都生了，神还是没有给我这个机会，一直到39岁在偶然机会，我在北加州的时候遇上了一个宣教士，他当时是在中国服务，他介绍给我一组这些牙医们，他们是非常热心侍奉神的去牙医，他们是属于这个台湾的独家医疗团下面读的学员，叫中华牙医服务团，他们非常热爱主，每年都会有10几趟去东南亚、去中亚还有非洲服务。参与中华牙医服务团已经3年了，这3年来，我已经去过10多个国家，看过了20多个民族的病人。现在回想，如果28岁，神就给我机会让我出去，我有可能性就是去了一次回来说，我永远不再回去。为什么呢？有可能是我的 maturity 不够，或者我 financially 不够。我想神是真的在等我，等我真的是 maturity 够 ，financially 够。maturity 够了什么呀？神等到我有3个小朋友，皮的小朋友，把我的这个 patience 磨练到真的是不行，就是很有这个耐力的时候，他才让我去服侍他、侍奉他，让我能够 overcome 这些 culture difference，overcome 这些 racial difference，让我真的去能够去包容、去爱这些其他种族。还有另外 financial 的，就是让我就是有足够的金钱，让我 pay off 学费房贷那种东西，真的就是没有那些包袱，他才让我说 ，Danny go ahead， you're free， you're truly free。所以以后如果你真的要决定要去侍奉神的时候，我是建议赶快把你的这些肉给配好，这样子的话，你真的就是不会被这些所谓的马农拘束。我做这个医疗宣教，几乎是在一般人来讲说，有点不务正业，因为我几乎是每个月都会出去1个礼拜。所以诊所会需要关门，但是我的小姐呢，我的 staff 都还是需要pay salary， office 还是需要 pay rent， 所以我离开的时候 income 是 zero， 但是还是有需要 expense。但是呢，很有趣的，过去3年来，我的 income 完全没有 increase， 反而要 increase。所以也就是讲，就是当我们服务神的时候，你绝对会得到更多的属福，这是算辈分，几倍更加的祝福。因为在3年之前，我拼命工作，再怎么赚也没有什么突破。但是这3年来是真的得到很多的祝福，它不只祝福你的诊所、你的事业，它同样也祝福了我的家庭。如果你想经历神，我都很建议你们出去去其他国家去宣教。去看当地宣教士他们如何付出他们的生命，付出他们家庭来奉献给神。你如果能够真的亲眼能够看到这个天堂，神给你的赏赐在天堂的话，你绝对会摆下你身边的一切荣华富贵。你会觉得说，你绝对不会想去浪费你的生命去追求那些名与利。因为真正的财富是在天上。谢谢大家观赏方教授的分享。Thank you for bearing with my video clips and several cuts and several runs. On and off. It's very frustrating, but we overcame. 好，谢谢大家。God bless you all. See you next week.
Okay, thank you, Danny. Danny 他本来说他要在黑里那边录那个 video from 黑里，我说不要，那边的 internet 不是很好，你就先录给我好了。You know, when I was going out to serve in a missionary trip with Danny, I feel that he has so much passion about mission. It's really contagious. It's really unbelievable kind of passion that he has for mission. And he keeps telling me it's so worth it. Every time you go out, you learn something. Every time you give, you actually receive more. And so the thing that we can also look at is besides your money. Let's say if you give your time to serve God, okay, going to missionary trips, the worship, prayer, counseling the others to Christ, or going to meetings where everybody hates, right? But what you get is you see people's life change. You see people's feeling that they are cared, and you also witness the power of God, and you see what's impossible become possible, and you are able to work side by side with God, and then there is reward in heaven. So that's why in John chapter 12, it says here, 爱惜自己生命的就要丧失生命，在这世上恩恨自己生命的就要保守生命到永生。若有人服侍我，就当跟从我。我在那里，服侍我的人也在那里。若有人服侍我，我父必尊重他。It is an honor for me to stand on stage today and preach about this verse. It is an honor for all of us to serve God. Now, if you have not started serving, you probably want to think about it, because this is the way you can actually experience God and you can actually walk with God. Let's do one more thing. What is it worth for you to do your daily devotion, your time of devotion? You have to get up early to pray, you have to read the Bible, you give up your sleep and your time in order to do that. Now what you get? What you get is you receive spiritual food from God every day. And you know what God wants you to do, start the day right. And you can make a difference through your prayer. And you can get closer to God and receive God's blessing. So is it worth it? That is the final question that I want to ask people today. I want to ask the worship team to come up. So is it worth it? Now, when we are talking about this topic, is it worth it? A lot of times we don't even realize that what is ironic is that Jesus saw each and every one of us so worth it. So that God demonstrated his own love for us in this. While we are still sinners, Christ died for us. So whether you want to think about whether the kingdom of heaven is worth it or not, God already made his decision. God's decision was that you are worth it. You are worth it, when worth it so much that he's willing to have his son, Jesus Christ, die for you. Now what is worth it for you for the kingdom of heaven? Let's pray together. Before we start, I just want to ask each one of you to pray among yourself to God, and if the message is speaking to you, if there is something in your life that you think that God is asking you to give it to him, and you are just thinking whether it's worth it or not, just think about the value of this treasure. Anyone today here, you heard the gospel for the very first time, and you say that, all these things on earth are basically not worth it. Because after I get my car, my house, my marriage, my kids, what comes next? If you want a more abundant life, and you want the life that God has prepared for you, and that is the kingdom of heaven. That is the king in your heart. You're willing to accept Jesus Christ in your heart to be the king of your heart and to take control of your life. I guarantee you, you'll live a more abundant life. If you are the one who is willing to accept Jesus Christ today, go ahead and raise your hand. Now, if any one of you, God wants to tell you today that I love you so much, but there are certain things you just cannot give up. You know what God wants you to do, but it's just so hard to give up certain things because you don't know if it's worth it or not. But today, if you're in this message, you're willing to tell God, God, you are worth it. You're worth my time, my money, my energy, everything I have, because you are worth it. Because eternity compared to right now is so much more. And there is not that much on earth that can fulfill me. And I want to be closer to you. Whatever it is that God wants you to give up, if you're willing to give up and give it to God, go ahead and raise your hand right now. Sisters here. Lord, you know, as American Christians, it is true that a lot of times we don't really understand what it means to give everything up, to sell everything we have in order to gain this treasure. Lord, but I ask that you can just touch each and every one of our hearts today. Lord, for those who have never heard of this gospel and now they are willing to believe in you as their Savior, Lord, I ask that your angels will surround them and you let them feel your love and you let them know that it's worth it to follow Jesus Christ. Lord, for those, Lord, today they raise their hand, there are some things that they need to give up. There are things that they need to do in order to do what you want them to do. Lord, you bless them and you continue to speak to them. Lord, I ask for your Spirit to come into each and every one of our hearts. But no matter whether we raise our hand or not, Lord, our response is going to be the same, Lord. Lord, help us to understand there is this treasure hidden in this field.